Not cute. Norman is terrifying. His eyes follow you. He has a tiny shovel. He's the kind of gnome that looks like he buried the last person who stepped on my grass. Anyway, I love him. So when Norman went missing, I was devastated. Not like call the cops devastated, but definitely spend 30 minutes reviewing ring footage like a conspiracy theorist devastated. After reviewing the footage, multiple angles, I saw the culprit, a kid, maybe 10 years old, rode up on a bike like he was in Ocean's 11, snatched Norman, and peaced out. Now, I'm not a monster. I'm not going to press charges over a haunted gnome. But I am extremely petty. And I have a label maker. So I printed out a flyer. Wanted for gnome napping. Name unknown. Alias Tiny Bike Bandit. Crime, kidnapping, first degree. Last scene, riding like the wind with Norman the Protector. Reward, 1 Capri Sun. I posted it on the community board at the park and the Facebook group. Just having fun, right? Well, 2 days later, I get a knock on my door. It's the kid, his mom, and Norman, safe but with a googly eye glued on him. The mom is livid. She's like, "How dare you publicly humiliate my son over a garden decoration?" And I'm just standing there holding a Capri Sun like, reward? The kid, to his credit, looks like he's both terrified and very proud of himself. He mutters, "I thought he was magical." Fair. I apologized, mostly to Norman. The mom huffed off, and I thought that was the end of it. Nope. 2 weeks later, my HOA got an anonymous complaint that my gnome was disturbing the aesthetic harmony of the neighborhood. Aesthetic harmony? There is literally a house down the street with a 12-foot skeleton wearing seasonal hats. So I did what any reasonable adult would do. I bought 3 more gnomes. Now Norman has a family. There's Natalie, wears a tiny sun hat. Gned looks haunted in a different way. And Norbert has a flask. I arranged them like a tiny mob meeting on my lawn. Fast forward to today. Someone in the Facebook group just posted, "Does anyone else feel like the gnomes are watching us?"
Am I the asshole for turning my baby's gender reveal into a full spy mission for my in-laws? Hi, Reddit. Longtime lurker, first-time poster. Throwaway for obvious reasons. I, 30F, recently had a baby. My husband, 32M, and I decided to do something fun for the gender reveal. But my in-laws are ridiculously competitive people, so I may have escalated the situation. Here's the setup. My mother-in-law and father-in-law invited themselves over a week ahead of the reveal. They kept asking if we had the big moment planned and dropping hints like, it better be something memorable this time. I mean, okay, so I decided, okay, memorable it will be. The plan. On the day, I sent the in-laws an anonymized mission briefing email. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, arrive at our place. At exactly 2:15 p.m., blindfolds will be provided. You will be led to a secret location. There, you will retrieve 1 envelope. Do not open the envelope until further instructions. Failure to comply may result in dramatic consequences. My husband rolled his eyes but said, go for it. The in-laws showed up, got the spy treatment, blindfolds, secret handshake, just for fun. A little code name thing for my father-in-law, mother-in-law dubbed Agent Peacock because of her glittery nails. They were really into it. I led them outside to the backyard where I'd set up a small treasure hunt trail. Clues like, find the place where Dad burns burgers and under the hammock of neglect. Yes, I know. They followed the clues. The in-laws were laughing, posing for photo ops. It was fun. At the end, the envelope. Inside was a balloon, pink. Then I popped the balloon with a little dart, and pink confetti flew everywhere. We popped a mini cake with, "It's a girl," written on it. We all cheered. The in-laws high-fived, took pride in mission complete. My husband and I were smiling. All good. Here's the kicker. Later, my mother-in-law came up to me and said in an oh-so-sweet voice, "It was fun, yes, but we felt humiliated. We showed up expecting a normal reveal, and instead we looked like silly children. What if we had invited our friends? What if someone judged us? You made a mockery of us." I was shocked. I told her, we asked you to come over for the reveal and you accepted the spy mission. You got to choose Agent Peacock and did all the clues. If you didn't want it, you could have said so. They left early, didn't congratulate us properly, and now my husband is annoyed at me for taking things too far and making it about a show rather than a family moment. So, am I the asshole for turning our gender reveal into a mini spy game and essentially making my in-laws the actors?
Today I fucked up by accidentally joining a cult for free pizza. So this all started because I'm broke and love pizza more than I love myself. I saw a flyer at my college that said, free pizza and enlightenment, 7 p.m. tonight. Now, I'm not proud of it, but I'd attend a tax seminar if there was free pepperoni involved. I show up at 7:02, fashionably desperate, expecting Domino's and maybe a lecture on mindfulness. Instead, I'm greeted by 12 people in identical white robes, barefoot, sitting in a circle chanting something that sounded suspiciously like Papa John. Red flag? Absolutely. Did I still sit down? Also absolutely, because I could smell the pizza. They hand me a slice. I take a bite. It's actually amazing, like wood-fired gourmet amazing. Then the leader, a dude who looked like he lost a fight with a bottle of essential oils, asks me if I'm ready to transcend. Me, with my mouth full of cheese. Bro, I'm just here for the carbs. Apparently that was the wrong answer, because everyone gasped like I just confessed to eating pineapple pizza. Then the leader stands, raises his hands dramatically, and says, "The sauce has chosen. He is not yet ready to ascend." Someone dimmed the lights. Someone else started ringing a bell. At this point, I'm like, okay, cool, I've been in weirder study groups, and try to casually back toward the door. Suddenly, one of them goes, "You cannot leave before the cleansing of the crust." I thought they were joking. They were not. They brought out what looked like a kiddie pool full of marinara sauce. I wish I was making this up. So now I'm standing there, clutching half a pizza slice, and my brain decides to say, if I go along with this, maybe I can take a box home. 10 minutes later, I'm ankle-deep in marinara, holding hands with strangers, while chanting something about the great oven in the sky. Eventually, someone new walks in, also just there for free pizza. We lock eyes. Instant understanding passes between us. We gotta get out. We fake a coughing fit, say we're allergic to enlightenment, and bolt. As we're leaving, one of them yells after us, "The sauce rejects you." Best part? I tripped on the way out, dropped my pizza, and the guy behind me whispers, "It's okay, man." The sauce takes what it wants. My neighbor, Mr. Lewis, is 81. He lost his wife last year, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone look so lonely. He lives right across the hall from me. Every morning, I'd see him sitting on his porch with his coffee, just staring into nothing. So, a few months ago, I gave him my old PlayStation and showed him how to play Stardew Valley. He said he'd never played a game before, but he liked the idea of growing things again. He used to be a gardener. At first, he kept asking questions like, "How do I plant the beans?" Or, "Why won't the chickens like me?" But after a few weeks, he didn't need my help anymore. He'd text me little updates. Harvested my first crop today. Built a bench by the pond. Feels peaceful there. It was sweet. He even named his farm Rosefield, after his late wife. Give me 1 second.